A while back, I don't know how long it was, about 12 years ago, I think I saw a meme going around that said, "Would you never listen to Taylor Swift again for $1 billion?" I think there was a mega mansion included in the deal too. I actually had to think about it a little bit. In the end, I figured I might accept, but only because I'm not really a Taylor Swift fan. And if the enforcement was basically the honor system as well too. Like if I were to walk into a grocery store and Blank Space were playing, I don't want to suddenly think, oh no, why did my liver just fail? But if it were one of my treasured artists like Voltaire, Amanda Palmer, Serge Tankian, Sabaton, etc., not just no, but hell no. But it got me thinking again when her new album dropped. The hype was unavoidable, so I decided to see what it was about. And I gotta say, that $1 billion would start to feel awfully hollow if I knew that there were music out there that everybody else was experiencing and I wasn't allowed to hear. I don't really like being told I'm not allowed to do things. And I suppose, these Faustian bargains, that you have to give up something, but is it really worth it in the end? What is the point of money if you can't do what you want to do? But the truth is, I don't actually find questions like this particularly interesting. What's far more interesting is, do you remember that movie where there was a button and if you pressed it, you would get $1 million, but somebody that you didn't know would die? I think it's based on an old Twilight Zone episode with basically the same premise. Well, the box part is almost identical if you adjust for inflation. But anyways, I'm getting sidetracked. So to me, the real question is, would you kill someone for $1 billion? If so, how low would you go? $1 million? $50,000? $20? Are the amounts or rules different if it's a family member or a close friend? What about this? Would you vote to make 50,000 children go hungry for $100,000? What about $500? Or, I don't know, maybe 26 cents every paycheck? Would you support paying more for health insurance if it meant someone you hated got to suffer and die? I suppose for some people, it's not about the money, they just want pain, so the question is moot for them. But for non-sociopaths or sadists, it really seems, to me at least, that there's a disconnect between what people are willing to support in reality versus these supposedly far-fetched hypotheticals we're presented with in fiction. Is it really far-fetched at all, though? It seems like we push the button all the time. We perform the ritual sacrifice waiting for the golden age to finally land, while the runway remains empty.